Hey guys, welcome in. And today, the first of a few character showcases. So today we are going to be talking about Shan Yu. So let us just go and find him. Here he is. So with Shan Yu, what makes him special? So he is the villain from Mulan, and in this game, the way he is at the moment, he is probably one of, if not the best characters in the game currently. Reason being is this right here. He has the leadership ability. Kingdom teammates gain the following: 8% bonus speed. And you might be thinking, well, that's not that much. At the moment, this game is heavily speed based. The faster your characters are, the more attacks you can get in. You can wipe out characters before they get a chance to be used. And speed and damage put together, at the moment, that is the biggest part of the meta. So that is what makes him... That is like half of what makes him really good. Now, the next is just his basic abilities and all what he's got. So his basic damage does a good good amount of damage, and it's got 50% chance to go and attack something else for a good amount of damage as well. So it's like getting a second attack done. His now it's your turn little headbutt. It does a really good double damage, pretty much 2 attacks. And the great thing is, if he defeats an opponent, you can get an extra turn. And then you've also got 50% chance to get crit chance up. So you're going to have an extra turn once you defeat somebody. And then you get an extra turn to get another attack. So, and then you've also got a chance of getting crit power out, which is nuts. And then on top of that, he's got this nice little mini AoE, not quite a full AoE, like a little lion one. He sends his little hawk off. What do you see? He sends his little hawk off. So that's what flanking means. It goes in a line straight across. And inflicts defense down for 2 turns. And so that's pretty good. And I'll show you how I run him and use him in the battles. 50% chance for this character to gain offense up. So he's got a lot of chances to get crit chance up, offense up, all this stuff. So it works pretty good. And then he's got another passive, not just his leadership, and this, like all these things put together, is the other 50% chance, or 50% not chance, 50% of what makes him amazing. On dealing a crit strike with any attack, perform the following: reduce the target speed meter by 40%. What? So, let me just get this in for you. He not only does he increase all other kingdom characters' speed by 8%, he can then go on, give himself crit chance up, and then if he does crit something as well, which is going to be highly likely, reduces their speed meter by 40%. Very game controlling character. And that right there is what makes him amazing. That's right there. That's why I would say he is the best in the game at the moment. He'll be at the top of the tier list. People have been asking for tier lists, and I'd say he will be at the top. There's probably a few others around him that would also be very close on that top tier, but I'd say because of everything he does, and he provides a lot, he will be sitting at the top of the tier list. So Shan Yu, that is what makes him great. So I'm going to go give him a little example for you guys. I'll kind of show you how I use him, and then I will just explain how he is good, how I use him, and how to make the most out of him. And I'll even go in another video, I'll make a specialty deck built around him and his ability. But for now, I'll just show you how he works and how to use him in particular. So to do that, I'm just going to quickly jump into my collection. I want to give you this little example. So if we sort, where is it? Speed. Sort all of our characters by speed, you'll see here, Hades is the fastest. And he does super high damage, so if you haven't guessed already, he's going to be one of the next ones on the tier list. But Shan Yu is the second highest. And you'll notice there that Horn King actually has the little yellow stones are speed stones, pink stones are health stones, orange stones are crit chance, red are damage, purple is critical damage. And just for those of you who don't see stones, now that stones are temporarily no longer available in the game. But what I was getting to with Shan Yu is he's the second fastest character, and then he's also gets his own little 8% speed buff. Yeah. So let's just see this here. So the example I'm going to put Shan Yu in the team with Hades, the fastest character in the game. So Hades should be attacking first. Hades should be the fastest, theoretically. But what I'm going to do is put Shan Yu in a team filled with other kingdom characters. So Mickey is a kingdom, and he's probably one of the next fastest kingdom characters at 118. So Mickey, Aladdin are both kingdom. Robin Hood is a kingdom. Jasmine is a kingdom. Who else do we have here? Genie is a kingdom. So we have got a few other options. Gesto is a kingdom. So if you've got any of those characters, like, there are a lot of options. Jafar is also a kingdom. So there are lots of options to use him with these kingdom buffs. I think is Merida. No, Merida's wilds. I think not a kingdom. So in theory, what I want to do, put Hades, the fastest character in the game, in the deck. He should theoretically be first, but with Shan Yu's buff, these other characters are going to be buffed up and be faster. So that is what I want to show you here. So if I go replacing these, I'm going to go and throw, let's go Aladdin, let's go, where's my Mickey? Mickey. I'll keep Hades in there just for the comparison. So this is just a straight comparison. And since I have got Aladdin, I might as well do Jasmine as well. So I'm going to change these to, what do I feel like using today? I'm going to go Iago. Actually, I'm just going to go, let's go Conjuring. I want to do, so why I'm tossing up here? I'm tossing up Iago is great, as I've mentioned in the spell video. Downside is I'm highly likely to be playing a bot or a few bots, and running a Iago against bots is pretty meh. They don't get that much effects, they don't buff themselves, and it's less effective. So, because I'm thinking about against a bot, I was like, well, I can just do minions do lots of damage. I'll do Kaboom, just for the sake of it. And wands, just in case I do get a proper battle against a person. I kind of need to have wand there, because we all know the bad effects that go around. So let's have a look here how this starts off. Now look at that. Hades is the fastest, yet Shan Yu starts, and then Mickey, and then Hades. So that is how good his buff is. So first of all, I always like to start with the Hawk. What do you see? Because it gets him giving defense down, makes people take more damage. And by doing that, all your other characters that come afterwards can just fly on and do a whole lot more damage. And then, like, you can just shred a few front rows just by jumping on in and absolutely like wreaking havoc with his damage. So now what I want to show you now is also his headbutting ability. So this one, he gets a second attack if I knock something out. So I'm going to go in here on Syndrome, because he's low health. Boom, knock him out, and oh, look at that. It's my turn again. I've also got the crit strike. So now I'm going to attack Demona. Boom, hit, give a crit. And did you see her little yellow speed bar? It decreased 40%. So now she's just being pushed further back on the attack ladder, and so far back she's not even going to get a turn. And that's how controlling he can be, and it's crazy. So I'm just gonna heal up here first, and then boom. I hope you like my sound effects. And then you can just go run on in with all your other characters, and like see how crazy it is and controlling it is, having so much speed. I can't get hooked. There he is. So I'm just going to go try and take a hook next. So I'm sure he's going to be next. And boom, look, there's Shan Yu's other basic ability. 50% chance to attack and then attack somebody else. Like, how good is he? How good is he? That is why he is one of the best in the game at the moment. I'd say the best, the top of the tiers. He's nuts. He's just so good. And then boom, charged up again. Since I've had so many attacks, he charges his abilities again so fast because he attacks so much. It's a crazy fast control cycle. And boom, there he is again. Because so see this, like, he got so many attacks in because he's one of the fastest, and fastest with his own buff. So he's got that going for him. But also he gives himself extra attacks. So he's then double charging up the abilities he's just used. And you're getting to use them faster. That is how much of a controlling beast he is. And that is why I would put him on top of the tier list. So hopefully you guys all like this video. Hopefully this was helpful. I'll have another little quick look at him. And it's really crazy how he looks real cool too. But it's real crazy how good he is, and just what he brings to the table with his 50% chance of having an extra attack, with his defeating somebody, having another turn, and then potentially getting crit up, his attacking everything in a line, which is a good to have a like kind of AoE damage, but giving the defense down. Also, which I didn't get to see this time, you can have 50% chance to get offense up for 2 turns. So then you're doing more damage when you've weakened somebody, and you can potentially crit. And then when you do crit, you get to reduce their speed meter and control the game some more, and then have another attack because you're now faster than them. Like, it's crazy. He is super good. And if anyone is wondering, now how do I get him? What is the best way to get him? So in the arena, he is an exclusive to the arena or the tournament exchange. So Shan Yu right there, 3 tokens, 5,250, worth every single token. Out of everybody in this token exchange, he is one of the biggest targets, just for how OP he is, how good he is, and on top of the tier list, he is great. Now, I'm always a person I love doing things that are different, so I'm not saying everybody has to and should go and get him, but what I am going to say is, for the price that you pay for him, he's going to do a whole lot more for you and your teams. And especially since a lot of people start this game and have Mickey and can get Aladdin, two of the stronger kingdom characters, just putting it out there that he can bring a lot. And if you can use him like that, like I showed you, he's amazing. He is amazing. So with your tournament tokens, you can get them daily. Thank you. You get them daily. I get what 15,000 for number one. So this is coming first place in the tournament. Get 15,000. That's enough to buy nearly 3 of his tokens every day, or 3 lots of his tokens every day. Nearly, not quite. So I'm like just shy. So every I'll be able to pick up nearly 9 one day, or sorry, 6 one day, and then 9 the next day, and then 6 one day, and then 9 the next, or something like that. So you'll better. That is assuming you're getting first, but even if you're not getting first, so even if we go here and look at some of the rewards, so even if you're not currently getting first place, anywhere in the top 10, you're still getting 12,000. So you'll be able to pick up 2 lots of his tokens. So 6 tokens. If you're sitting in the top 100, you can nearly get 2. If you're sitting in the top, pretty much. If you're sitting in the top 200, 100, which is, if you're a daily player, it's pretty easy to get into the top 200. Now, being out of the top 200, you get 9,000, which you can still pick up. You can get 3 tokens one day, 6 tokens the next, and then just alternate like that. And you're still picking up like 9 tokens every 2 days, which is pretty good. And I would recommend it for one of the best characters in the game, and especially since gearing characters is so challenging. It's worth to get very good characters that you can use for a long time, that can have beneficial effects to help you in the long term. So I'll definitely recommend Shan Yu. One of the top characters that there are at the moment. There he is. So he's a beast. Hopefully you will see that. Hopefully there's a nice little showcasing of how I use him, what's good with him, why he is good. And I think I can't wait for other characters to come out that have good leadership abilities, or other things to give other types and other type of people, other types of teams as good a buffs as this. Just, it'd be nice to see some other top tier characters too. But in saying that, hopefully you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what you guys think. Are you getting Shan Yu? Do you have him? Or are you going to be going for somebody else? It's your choice. But hopefully this helped you make a choice. We'll see you later.